Hello everyone, my name is Varsha. I am here to explain about the book review of The Art of Social Media. The Art of Social Media was co-authored by Canva, Chief Evangelist, Guy Kawasaki and Peg Fitzpatrick, who is in her own word, social media butterfly, brings forth the key aspects every person and business needs to know to be successful at social media. Though the title says the tips for the power users, I would say that whether you are an intermediate user or almost a pro, this book will help you to make sure media strategy even better. Humor is a recurring theme throughout the book. For example, Kawasaki explained how you want to have a recognizable social profile so users will be know which guy Kawasaki you are. God help us to in more than one. The humor research has the way not only to hold the reader's attention but also to show the social media can be interesting and fun. The art of social media provides a brief rundown and all the important pieces of social media, from optimizing your profile to sharing what you have created effectively. Time taking to read this information will change the way you do social media will set you on the path to success. Diet Capital aids in small businesses success, and we want to share with you some key takeaways as they provide different tips that can help drive your business social strategy. First, how to optimize your profile. Your social profile is a snap judgment about your account. Will users will find you, they will remember, and when they click out the page, how they few ways to ensure your page is memorable and easy to find. Firstly, pick up a name that makes sense to either you are and what your business's name is. Make sure that you have a same logo across your whole social channels. Get a vanity URL that you are naming. For example, facebook.com or a direct capital. Social profiles are supposed to give users the impression that you and your businesses are likable, trustworthy and competent. Take a peek at your profile and make sure the image comes across clearly. Next, how to feed the content monster. Nowadays, the biggest daily challenge of social media is finding enough content to share. Because of that, Kawasaki and Fitzpatrick explain how to create a content plan and stick to it. Make sure that your profiles are always feeding the feeling of content monster. First, make a plan. There are 3 tips for it. First one, figure out how you want to make money. The second is determine what kind of people you need to attract in order to make money. Third one, figure out what those people want to read and develop content based on that. Once you know what content your audience will enjoy and share, you can start creating and curating. The authors suggest here creating at least 2 new pieces of a content a week. And when you aren't creating, content curation is a summary of someone else's content and it's ultimately a win to win. They provide many useful sites to find content to curate and also help with the discovering of new ideas to write about. Some of that are Alltalk, Feedly, Futurity and so Google Scholar. One final takeaway from this chapter, the key test for the art of science of social media is that will help reshare my post. To Kawasaki, in the social world, resharing is the sincerest from the fraternity. Next, how to perfect your post. The key is in perfecting your post is, of course, having good content. But how do you know if you are sharing it in a good stuff? Kawasaki and Fitzpatrick tell you what happened, what does it mean, how can I do that, and what the heck. For what happened, we provide information. For what does it mean, provide analysis. How can I do that, assistant how to do, and what the heck is the entertainment factor. Kawasaki also adds something else to the list. Even though, don't be boring, we wrote my theory is that if you are not pissing people off on social media, you are not at all using it in the right way. Keep it in mind that every post that you share and should contain a photo as they call it an eye candy. A Skyport study with that post in a relevant graphic saw a 94% increase in views. In short, the best way to perfect your post is to just share awesome content. The authors write, let's Google do what it does best. Find great content, so defeat all the SEO with graph out there and focus on creating, curating and sharing great content. Next, how to respond for the comments. Handling reviewing and comments about your business will always be a part of your social media strategy, whether a positive or a negative. The author suggests monitoring and responding to all the comments. But keep in mind that you aren't just responding to the commander, you are responding to all your followers, so do it smartly. Next, Kawasaki had a rule. He calls it on going 3 rounds, which is just it's okay to respond to the negative comments, but not only it once. If they continue the conversation, let it be happen and just stay out of it. However, he says always delete profanity, racism, and off-topic comments. How to integrate social media and blogging. Remember this, if a blog post is not worth sharing, if it is not worth writing, just because blogging and social media complement each other, you want to make sure that content you are developing will be useful in the social relief. But now, how can else you can utilize your social profiles has on your blog? Make sure you have share buttons on your blog. Pin every one of your posts in Pinterest because they have a lot of staying power. You can incorporate a pin it for last link on the blog, or the users can return to the post for a later time. Submit a blog on Alt. Your blog can be found through the RSS feed, which generates a lot of exposure for you. Embed social post on your blog, a Twitter field, Pinterest profile, etc. Next is how to get more followers. You can pretty straightforward, so I can choose two most helpful points to with you. Sharing good content is 90% of the battle getting more followers. Try to jump a new platform as soon as it gives life. This way you aren't comparing with as much as traffic. Next, how to socialize events. Holding a special event, ever think of using social media as you can main agent for publicizing it. If your social strategy wants to go to a very high speed, it probably never crossed your mind that using social could significantly benefit you. And here's how. Use short memorable hashtags everywhere to publicize the event. Ask your vendors, speakers, and guests to use it. Assign an employee to sole duty by monitoring social media before, during, and after the event. Have them post real-time updates. Display the Twitter stream on the big screen at your event. Take a plenty of pictures with guests and share them with everywhere. Now, how can you run Google Plus on air? When I said anyone can from intermediate used to a pro could benefit from these tips, I meant most of the tips hang out on air, that is HOA. This, as the author says, a magical way to rock social media. But if you are just getting started hold of this for now. If you are ready to rock on HOA, that's how you suggest for it. Make sure you have materials in order. You will need a webcam, a microphone or earphones, good lighting and just a nice background. Plan your script and ahead of your time. Wear solid colors. Embed the HOA code to your website and blog for more people you can. Now, how can you rock on a Twitter chat? This is one of the other ideas that work wonders but aren't for the beginners. When you are ready to take this step, there are so many ways that Guy and Peck have found to be successful. The first one is hold a question and answer using short and memorable hashtags. Prepare your guests by drafting likely questions in advance by audience driven and promoting a certain agenda. Answer as many as questions as possible. Summarize the question answers afterwards and share it to the other social media. It will be help you a lot. Now, how to avoid looking clueless. I said Kawasaki and Fitzpatrick used hammer, but I mentioned that they were blend too. Though it sounds harsh, there is a trying to protect you from looking clueless on social media. Don't buy your followers or likes, and here's why, because the followers, likes, and plus one are not real. Social media fails to deliver meaningful results. Don't call yourself a guru or expert because chances are your followers already think that you what you are. You don't need to tell them. Put qualified people in front of your social accounts, not someone with limited experience. Now, how to optimize for individual platforms. So far, too much valuable information for me to completely pass on. I am trying to encourage you to purchase this book because, but I will provide my favorite takeaway for every social platform. Now, Facebook. Use page insights to see what's working for you and when your primary audience is online. Google Plus, if you are looking for engagement, use commands and plus ones to run polls. Ask a question and comment with answers. Have users the command like the best. The title of the book, The Art of Social Media, was chosen in this way. Instagram, use filters. The most popular ones are Normal, Valencia, Early Bird, and X-Pro 3. But no filter is still one of the most popular hashtags. Coming to LinkedIn, personalize your connection request. It's not the generic one the LinkedIn automates. Pinterest, I have two favorites. Here, the first one is to start collaborative books by inviting others to pin to your posts. The second one is not to use hashtags. Contrary to other social sites, Pinterest is not represented to them. Slideshare. Repurpose your blog content to slideshare and share it on your social sites. Twitter. Always add graphics to your tweets. Fun fact, you can add up to 4 creatures on one tweet. YouTube. Create a channel trailer or a welcome video. This is the first video users will see when they come into your page. Coming to the final and end of the conclusion, how to put everything together. Basically tells us that after you have built the foundation and generated all your digital assets, it's time to go for a market and share everything and everywhere. The conclusion here is, for personal content, Kawasaki and Fitzpatrick revered from Don Miguel-Ruiz and his son Don Ju-Ruiz. They have also believed released to the social media. Be empirical with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make assumptions and always do your best. Be critical but learn to listen. I can speak for the guy and Peg, but I'm sure much more all of us used to direct capital. Hope you got a lot of this book, The Art of Social Media. Thank you.